Look at the size of the mandibles on this Helggermite. They look sharp, and I bet he can do some damage with those chompers. But there's only one way to find out. What's going on, guys? So today I am back out on the river, and I'm out here for only one reason, and that's to find an insect that looks like something out of a nightmare. Now these insects are called Hellgrammites. I know that doesn't even sound real. Sounds like a Pokemon, and it pretty much is, because what it turns into is crazy, but we'll go over all that later on in the video. But right now I'm on the river and I'm going to be looking for these little nightmares, and I'm not leaving until I find at least one of them. But I plan on finding a whole bunch of these little nightmares that most people swim with and most people don't even know they exist. Now if you guys look behind me, this is where I'm going to be hunting Hellgrammites. Now the reason I'm hunting them here is because there's lots of rocks and rushing water, just a little bit of rushing water. Now the reason Hellgrammites love rushing water is because they need lots of oxygen, and it's a great place for them to also catch food.
Something just went under this rock. It's not a fish. It's moving weird. Oh. It's a frog.
Guys, I see my first Helggermite, and it's a giant one. I'm going to try to grab it without getting bit. Wow, I cannot believe this. This thing's not trying to bite me at all. That's crazy. Now let's see how many Hellgrammites I can catch today. Wow, look what I found. A cute, fluffy caterpillar. But don't let his cuteness fool you. This is a venomous hickory caterpillar. It has barbed hairs that stick in your skin and release a venom that causes a rash, and if you have a severe allergic reaction, it can cause headaches, vomiting, and swelling. This guy really thinks he's hiding, so I just found my second Helggermite. It's a pretty good size. Now this is just the larva stage, and they stay like this for 3 to 5 years, and then they turn into a dobson fly, and this is what it looks like when they transform. And it's really sad because it takes 3 to 5 years for the Helggermite to transform into the dobson fly, and once it becomes the fly, it only lives like a few weeks, if it's lucky. Most people don't know this unless they're really big into fishing, but Helggermites make amazing bait for bass fishing, especially smallmouth bass. Now in another video, I'm going to come out here, I'm going to catch a whole bunch of Helggermites and show you guys how much bass love to eat these things. This is crazy. I was walking down the river and I see this giant snapping turtle crossing the river. Now the only reason I seen him is because the water is so low right now in this area, but this turtle is amazing. He looks like a real dinosaur. Now comment down below how old you think this dinosaur is. I just caught something that's really hard to catch, a giant bullfrog tadpole. And these things blow my mind because this tadpole takes 3 years to turn into a bullfrog. And it's so weird because it looks like a fish with legs for so long and then it turns into a bullfrog. I can't get over how amazing and peaceful this place is. I feel like I never want to go home. Yep, I've made up my mind. This is where I live now. Nice, I just caught my third Helggermite. Now don't worry, I have all of them in a container so I can show you guys at the end of the video how many I catch. I cannot believe I just found a giant mussel that's still alive. This is super rare in Ohio. I've never found one this big before, and most of the time I just find the shells after animals dig them up and eat them. I am so happy right now. I just found a giant millipede on the side of the river. This is one of my favorite bugs that we have here in Ohio. This is the largest millipede in America, and they can grow up to 5 inches long, and they're amazing because they have so many legs that just doesn't seem real. I'm still looking for Hellgrammites, and I'm walking the river and I see this snake coming out from underneath this rock, and of course I'm going to grab him and take a closer look. and I think that this snake is blind, and that is wild because I have caught so many snakes in my life and I've never seen this before. Alright guys, so I ended up finding and catching 5 good-sized Helggermites, and I actually caught a few babies, but they were just too small, so I put them back. But I cannot believe that I actually found this many Helggermites in just a few hours. Now, as you guys can see, Helggermites are not that aggressive. I know they look like there's something out of a nightmare, but they just want to be left alone. I've been holding Helggermites on and off all day, and not one of them has tried to bite me. So this is the largest Helggermite I've caught today, and I'm surprised how fast this guy is. He is taking off. Now, I let all the other Helggermites go, and I'm going to keep this one for now because I'm going to make this giant Helggermite bite me so I can show you guys how intense their bites are. Now, before I let this giant Helggermite chomp on me, I want to show you guys something amazing about these little nightmares. So when you look underneath, you can see all these brown areas. Those are actually the Helggermite's gills. And if you count, this Helggermite has 14 separate gills to help it breathe underwater. And when I keep the Helggermite underwater and move him around, all the gills start to open up and start collecting oxygen from the water. That's why Helggermites love rushing water, because it helps put oxygen in their gills because they're horrible swimmers. Alright guys, it is time to make this Helggermite bite me, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little nervous, but here goes nothing.
Ah! Mm. Ooh! Those things are sharp, but I don't think they're piercing the skin. Ah! Mm. Yeah, I'm good on that. So I hope you guys enjoyed hunting Helggermites with me, and maybe I taught you something new about Helggermites, or maybe you didn't even know that these little nightmares were a thing. But if you guys have any questions about Helggermites, comment down below and I'll answer all you guys' questions. But thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.